Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector, is a collective or general reading, which means that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. So take what works for you and leave the rest. My goal is to provide you with valuable information to empower you. If you're watching this video in the future from when I posted it, be aware that it is a timely reading, so whenever you do come upon it, that is the perfect time for you. If it's been quite a while since it was posted, check back at what was happening at that time, and you may find that you have a lot more clarity from this reading. All right, we're going to start with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. And we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is sitting on his throne, and he is one of four of the minor arcana kings. And the sword, the element he represents is the sword. And the sword represents having, control of your mind and your mental intelligence. It's a double-edged sword. And so this represents someone that is probably a professional that uses words to earn their living. And someone like a lawyer, a prosecutor, they'd be higher up in the system. So it could be a judge, it could be someone who deals with real estate, that kind of energy, matters of law. And it also can be politicians and influencers, that kind of energy, people that use their words to earn a living. And the thing about the King of Swords is they are very much aware that words are very powerful, and that also talk is cheap at the same time, and you have to apply action to your words, and as well as just saying them. And so this energy is also talking about using words instead of your fists to get work done. And here we have disappointment in love. Maybe his words were too sharp. Just saying. Well, let's see what's going on here. So this is representing someone that is clearly disappointed, sitting under the tree, kind of resentful there. And the Four of Cups represents disappointment. And generally, this card shows disappointment in love. The universe and God are trying to say, hey, take another cup of love. Love's where it's at. And this person's like, I don't want nothing to do with love. I've already been disappointed either 3 times or, by the same partner, and 3 strikes, you're out. Or it could be the energy that there was 3 people involved in a couple relationship. So there's a third party here. And that's what's so disappointing. Or it could even represent, having 3 different relationships that were serious, but they ended up being disappointing. I have my little cat on my lap. I just have to check here for a second. Sorry. I wanted to make sure that I have this set up correctly. Good. Okay. Because she bumped the camera when she came running. My cat, Stella. Oh, it's okay. It's okay, sweetheart. She's a little antsy because I don't know what they're doing above me here, but it's really noisy. Well, it's okay. Nobody's going to hurt you. You're all right. You go to sleep on my lap. So we have 9 cups here now. So see, the universe is saying, you have a lot of what you love. So I'm just getting several things here. This could be 9 cups, there's only 10 in the tarot. So if you have 9 cups, you're already highly favored to do well at love. And it might mean these 9 cups can represent different things you love. You love your partner, you love your children, you love yourself, you love your home, you love your career, you love where you live, you love your neighbors, that kind of energy. But one thing is missing, and that might be that special someone. Or, it could be what you love to do or what you love to be. Generally, though, when it comes in, we'll see. Generally, this is about a divine partner, but we'll see what goes on here. And so this is someone that is sitting on stage. So that's why I feel that the King of Swords is a public figure of some sort. So that could be someone that's in politics, in the Senate, you know, that kind of energy. Someone that's higher up, a judge, that like someone that, you know, an influencer. It could be an actor, an actress. Remember all the characters in the tarot are archetypes. So like the king could be a queen in her masculine energy, and as well as this individual is a male, but he could be a she in her masculine energy, both of those. So, but this card in body language, the way this person is sitting, their feet are turned out. That shows that they're leaking energy from the bottom. And at the top, they're like very closed off. So it's like they're covering their heart, protecting their chest. So it's kind of like this person they're highly favored to win. But the thing that this card is saying is you've got to get in the groove of it. Like you have to stay in the race. Many a race is lost in the last lap. And so this is a card about wishing. And the thing about wishing for something is it means if you're wishing for something, it means you don't have it. So it means that there's still a little bit more work to do. You're doing really well though. And perhaps this lines up, this could be lined up to all the different relationships that failed, you know, like trophies of disappointment is what I'm picking up. It's not funny, but it is, because the King of Swords maybe has a sharp tongue is what I'm getting. That might be the problem. Yeah, because there's like a mental prison here. And look this is like the 8 of swords. So swords represent thoughts also, right? So this person has like 8 thoughts behind them, and they're really focused on this one last thought here. It looks really disturbing because they're bound, but quite often this is someone that feels like they're duty bound and, you know, don't know what to do about it. Like don't feel like they have a way out. So this could be someone that feels like they're trapped in a relationship and they can't move forward. They can't, like, they want to have the love, you know, that they want. And I do feel like with this energy here, this represents someone, as I said, words can be weapons. And I feel like maybe this is a bitter relationship of some sort. And the energy is like it's just disappointing on both ends. Okay, don't you be attacking me, kitty. And then this is the 6 of Cups. So this is reconciliation. So it maybe there was some sort of argument or whatever, and you're going through this right now with your partner. So it could be, because like, see, she could actually just walk forward, but it's kind of like she's stuck there because she can't find the solution. She's blindfolded, but there's nothing stopping her from moving forward, right? Like the only thing stopping her is herself. This, though, can also represent someone who is trapped in their environment. Like, and it actually can represent someone who's actually in jail, like not just mental prison, but an actual physical one. And the reconciliation card, this is talking about there needs to be forgiveness here for any reconciliation. The first step for reconciliation is to have forgiveness for yourself and for others. Having said that, some things are unforgivable. So when someone forgives another person, if you choose to forgive someone, you're doing it for yourself. It's like saying, okay, I experienced this, and I understand we're both human here, and I forgive you for that, but I don't forgive what you did, and I don't want to participate in a relationship with you any longer. So that kind of is the so the first step to reconciliation is forgiveness. But just when someone forgives someone, it doesn't mean that automatically they want to reconcile. And this card is coming up a lot right now because we're in the holiday season. So it also represents reuniting with people, and quite often from your childhood or someone that you've met in the past. Or I feel like in some way this could also be, this might not be about love at all, and it might be about something that you do love to do or be, and maybe it failed and you can't figure out why. Or maybe you're just in the dip and you don't realize it. The dip is when you're going along and you start a business or whatever, and at first everybody's cheering you on and you're doing pretty good, and then all of a sudden everything kind of falls flat and you're working really hard at something, but it's not taking off yet. And that dip actually represents, if you stay in that, that's when you learn, do you really want this? Like, you're being tested by the universe. Do you really want this? Or are you going to quit? Take, for example, a YouTube channel. Like, only 10% of people actually reach 1,000 subscribers, and only the vast majority of people that say they're going to start a YouTube channel don't. And that's the kind of energy, like, it's like the reason why a lot of people don't make it is because they quit. Because it's hard. Like, it's hard to be putting in a lot of work and, not feeling like you're getting anywhere. But if you love what you're doing, then you're doing it you're not doing it for subscribers or views. I mean, it's great if you have that, but you're doing it because you love to do what you're doing. And that's the difference. So that's kind of the energy I'm picking up. I'm picking up like this could be a reconciliation or someone trying to get forgiveness. Now, if you look here, it looks like two children are here, and he's offering her these flowers. Now, this is the only card out of all the cups in the deck that has flowers in each of the cups like this. And in the white flowers in tarot represent innocence. Plus, and when you look closer, you realize those aren't two children. That's a gnome, and that's a hag woman. Or if you look at it the other way, it's a young woman, but she's really small. And she's wearing this white mitt, which says she doesn't want to get her hands dirty. She doesn't want to, be back in this energy again. And so, and in the background, it looks like, someone's watching over the kids, but they're not watching over the kids. They're actually walking away. So it's kind of about illusions, maybe from your childhood. Our subconscious mind is developed by the time we're 7 years old, when we're a baby. And most of us can't remember what happened when we were a baby or even before kindergarten. So we have to rely on the people who are in charge of our care to tell us, like, what happened to me when I was a baby. And they might not actually have any idea what happened to you, even though they raised you. It's kind of that subconscious mind is then imprinted on you. And when you get really upset, that's the mind that comes forward the first, right? The subconscious mind, what you were raised on. And so it's kind of like being trapped by energy that you don't really understand. And so this card quite often represents healing that inner child. That it can be forgiveness for, your inner self, as well as forgiveness for another person. But again, this card is really coming up a lot because we're in the holiday season and people are getting together with family. And when you get together with family and perhaps you haven't seen them for a long time, it brings up old memories, right? And so that's kind of the energy that has been in all the readings. And I feel like it is because of the holiday season. And we've got the Chariot here. And so the Chariot is talking about being on your destined path. And you'll notice the person that's driving this chariot has no reins. There's no need for reins because they're on their path. It's already divinely guided. Having said that, this can sometimes represent that you're going to be, you're planning on purchasing a new vehicle or moving in a different vehicle. With the energy that's out there right now, moving into the new year from 2025 to 2026, there's a lot of energy about like moving forward in a new way, and also recognizing that your soul has needs also. A lot of people think, I'm a human being with a soul, but you're actually a soul that's traveling in a human body. And so your body is your vehicle to experience Earth. And this energy is coming up a lot also. Like if you're not if you don't nurture your soul as well as your physical body, then you're going to be out of balance. The other thing that I'm picking up here is these two Sphinx characters here that are pulling the chariot. Those are in black and white. And in the old days, and still some police forces now, they had used to call the cars black and whites, and they would represent law and order. And this could be an actual prison, and this can be actually law enforcement. So there could be something disappointed. The King of Swords might be disappointed, or might have been hired to deal. Might be a lawyer hired to deal with something that happened here that is not just a mental prison, but it's also imprisonment. And then we have the King of Wands coming in. So the King of Wands represents, he's one of 4 kings. And remember again, the king could be a queen in her, or not a queen, but a female in her masculine energy. But he is sitting on his throne, and he's got his hand on his wand. And his wand represents, it's made of wood. It represents like deep roots, the ancestors, and offshoots, the descendants. And this is like, you can just see he's just ready to get up. And I just feel like the King of Swords and the King, this could be one individual in both these energies, that something happened that is causing this, and it could be law, and he's like, oh my God, he's looking out for his descendants and possibly his ancestors. But this energy is like, normally this King of Wands is very charismatic and easygoing and kind of the life of the party. He's the kind of guy you would kick out of bed for eating crackers, very charming and very good looking, well dressed, that kind of energy, well educated. He's a visionary. Like someone that is a lot of, like, that's really positive to be around. But you can just feel, I don't know, in this reading, I'm feeling like he's like wanting to get up and take action, but he's waiting to see what action he needs to take here. Okay, and then look at that. If he takes the right action, it could lead to a 10 of Cups here. So this represents passion. So this could be about love, because now we've got 10 cups here, and 10 cups is the ultimate. So when we started off here, there's disappointment in love. The universe is offering, God's offering this divine partner possibly, and it makes the ultimate happiness. This person is always wished for this, always wanted this, and hasn't been able to achieve it for whatever reason. There's someone on his mind that from his past, and he wants to rush forward, but he's waiting for the perfect opportunity. Okay. And then he doesn't know what to say. So that would be the positive love reading. Let's see what else happens. Yes, Stella, I know, sweetie. Here we have, yeah, you can come up here. Come up or get lost, one or the other. Okay, so we have, I'm building a pyramid here, and this is the bottom line. So this is actually talking about the tools that you have. And then this is talking about the obstacles that may prevent you from getting this ultimate happiness, what you want. And so this energy is talking about, now we're going to move into, okay, these are the tools that you have. And look at you, I mean, it starts off with disappointment, but it's coming into like, this is ultimate fulfillment. Like this is what this person is wishing for. And we're moving now, okay, all right. This is starting to look like some of the other readings that have been coming up, and it makes sense because we're really focused right now on the new year. And when we're moving right now from 2025, 2 plus 2 plus 5 is 9, so that adds up to a 9 cycle. And so 9 cycle means that there's an ending coming and a whole new cycle's beginning. So it's kind of like almost like 10 years of energy is coming to an end. And now this new energy, and that's represented by the Chariot, is coming in. And look at, this is the 10 of Cups, the ultimate fulfillment. And the 10 of Cups, if you, 2026, 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10. And if you break that down, that's a 1. And so that's talking about a brand new cycle. But we're not just moving from 1 year into a new year. We're moving from one 10-year cycle into another new 10-year cycle. And so this card has been coming up a lot because of that also in all of my readings. as we move into the new year. That's because it's a good time to kind of get ready for the new year now, because it's not going to be one of those quiet New Years. It's going to be like one where we really notice, hey, Happy New Year. It's a different. And so this card represents the end of a cycle also, and it's right in between this king looking this way at the past and then having ultimate fulfillment. And we still have the underlying energy here of someone needing to be able to use their words, you know, that kind of energy. So the death card here, it doesn't, a lot of people get triggered by this card because they think, oh my gosh, but it doesn't very often mean an actual physical death. It means the end of something. And it's represented by it's like the end of systems. Like this, we're not talking just about like things that happen in your home, but like on a global scale, and that going all the way down to like the average person, right? And so the king has been trampled because the old ways are done, and now we have to find new ways of doing things. This card, this flag that he's carrying also represents the light at the end of the tunnel. And on the 21st of December, and right now it's the 30th of December, so New Year's is tomorrow. And this energy, on the 21st, we moved from the sign of Sagittarius, which is represented here, into the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn energy is about responsibility. It's ruled by Saturn. It's like the epitome of what we need to do to bring our thoughts into matter onto the physical onto the physical earth. So Capricorn energy is represented by the mountain goat, the sea goat. So on the front end, it's got it's a mountain goat, and on the hind end, it's like got a dolphin tail. So that energy is, imagine trying to climb a mountain with a dolphin tail on the end. And so it's but it's the Capricorn energy is about taking consistent steps of action to get to your goal. And so this energy is, like representing that change from 2025 to 2026. Some people are turning away and don't want to see the death of what was. They want it to stay the same. And then these young people, one of them is trying to hand a flower to the Grim Reaper, like it's saying, hey, this represents bloom, like new growth in life. And so this energy, it's something to pay attention to, because this year, if you're well prepared for it, it won't take you by surprise. And you'll be more like, if you prepare for moving into this new cycle now and release all the old. On the 3rd of, it's okay, Stella, I don't know what they're doing up there. On the 3rd of January, there is a full moon in Capricorn, and that's why it's coming up here a lot in my readings also. And so this energy is talking about, on the full moon, the moon is in Cancer, and so that's kind of like really emotional energy. So just be aware of that. And if you haven't released everything by the end of the year, you've got a day now. Well, I'm putting this out tomorrow morning, so it'll be early 4 o'clock in the morning my time that I put these ones out. So this energy, you've got New Year's Eve, and then we're going to have the new year. But it's kind of saying, like, on the 3rd, by the 3rd of January, really allow yourself to release what you don't want to carry into this new cycle. And then we have this, the 3 of Pentacles. So the 3 of Pentacles is sitting right on this law and order. And it's what this energy is, what this king is concerned about. And I do feel like this could have something to do with law, because this card is representing someone that is at the top of their game, like that's you on the bench, like really mastered your skill set, and you have people that want to collaborate with you. But this card quite often represents the energy of secret society. This is a Mason, and no degradation to the Masons, but there's some Masons that, just like in every organization, that maybe aren't on the up and up. So this collaboration here is between these two, they have plans, but are those plans in alignment with your plans? So this could be anyone, right? That is maybe behind the scenes, they have other reasons for why they want to hire you other than like what's in alignment with your plan, with what your destiny is. So this is saying, especially if you're really emotional around the 3rd of like January, like we will feel that energy coming in from the full moon 3 days before and 3 days after. So this energy is just speaking about if you collaborate with people, make sure that you're collaborating with people that are in alignment with your goals, because if they're not, it's going to take you off your path. And there's some sort of legal something happening here. So this could represent some, energy in the background that's not, that wouldn't be supportive of your career. And then we have the Pentacles here. So this is sitting, there's a message coming in about Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are health, wealth, and happiness on earth. But it's sitting here on this reconciliation. I feel like this is something that happened in the past that needs to be reconciled. It could be something small or something big, but there's this energy here of law and order and being in prison, like in a mental prison, and being really disappointed in someone. And this King of Wands is looking back at this energy, and then right after he looks back at it, if this is representing someone with authority to clean the mess up and end this concern, it could be that could be representing this energy also, that then we would be able to have this happiness. And the information, this is the page, is coming in, and the page is talking about having, they used to work for the king and queen in the court, and they would deliver messages back and forth in the court. And when they would be hired around 14 to 14 years of age, and quite often they would be, raised by a family that was, upper class, and go and sort of apprentice with the royalty. And the pentacle represents not just coin, it represents health, wealth, happiness, everything like kind of Capricorn, like that 3D energy. And that energy is about bringing what you want, like your thoughts, down to earth and making it happen. And this energy, there's something about the coin, because it does represent money as one of those energies. There's a message coming in. And in the old days, this would be a male, but this could be a female. And this message wouldn't be delivered necessarily in person. It could be delivered by mail, by document, email, phone call, text message. I'm just picking up a lot of energy here. Like this energy could be sending in this energy to speak to you about this. So it could be that this is authority coming in. It's sitting on law and order. And maybe there's people in the background that know something that you don't know about what you need to resolve here. Like it's something like that. Whether like it's just saying like once this is reconciled, you won't be in this energy anymore. There wouldn't be this doubt here. Then you would be like the happiest person on earth kind of energy. So, oh, and then look at this. Then the Knight comes in. And the Knight of Cups is like your knight in shining armor. So the knights, like if the pages were working for royalty and then they were really good at what they did, they could, when they were 21, become be possibly put up for knighthood. And they would then be like traveling far and wide and with greater responsibility and protecting the castle and all of that energy. But the Knight in shining armor is coming like with the cup of love. So it does have this, like it might not be about the relationship itself, but something happened that is ruining this energy, like that made it disappointing. So this is saying that the Knight of Cups is either bringing in an offer of love or had brought in an offer of love, and there was something about that cup. So let's see here. So this is going to require strength and courage. And there's that energy I was picking up about, this is about, strength is the card talking about this young woman is reaching into the lion's mouth, which is very dangerous. But you see the lion has very submissive body language. It's got its tail tucked under. And this, which shows that she does this often. This is about digging really deep into herself to face her fears. That's what this represents, is fears. Quite often it can be about this energy from your childhood that you don't know, like you don't know what happened, like to cause you, your subconscious mind to react in a certain way. That was the energy I was picking up. So it takes a lot of courage to be able to face that. But once you do, you have infinite potential. And you see this sunny background here, the bright yellow. These three cards are the cards that are leading to this happiness. Like that color of a sky in the tarot cards represents like joy and happiness and being under the light of God kind of energy, being the sun shining on what you're doing. So there's some sort of something that has to be faced here that was disappointing about, and it's that one last thing that's stopping you from getting what you've always wished for, possibly as a child. Like this reading is very different because I feel like it's talking about a love relationship, but the problem isn't with the relationship. The problem is something that happened to maybe challenge the relationship. And then the sun is here. So the sun means that, yes, this is confirming that this cup of love is coming directly from God. The sun represents God. So, and ultimate happiness. It's the happiest card in the deck. And what it's saying is, you were meant to be. See the color here? You were meant to be happy, and you were meant to have this beautiful life. And what you always wanted and wished for is coming in for you. The universe and God are handing you another cup. So this could be a new relationship after this one failed because of something that happened here. Like notice the colors of the cards here, other than this one here. Just notice the energy here compared to here, right? It's warming up. That's what I'm saying. It's getting a little bit better. Whatever's happening here, I feel like this king was waiting for information about this pentacle, and now maybe he's looking. See, like the direction is going this way now, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to maybe move forward in this energy, and I'm going to ask for someone's hand in marriage, or even just to go out on a first date kind of energy. But I feel like it was someone that you knew from your childhood. And look at this. This card is a celebration, except the problem with this card that I have a problem with is these three people are celebrating, and we have these three cups down here. And I feel like none of them are looking at each other, so they're not celebrating each other. And in many cultures, in Europe in particular, if you toast with another person and you don't look them in the eye, it causes 7 years bad luck in your love life. So that's not a good thing. And I feel like when this card comes up, they're celebrating, but I don't think they're celebrating each other, and I don't think they're celebrating you. I think they're celebrating something that's happened, and this can often be something that they were involved in that is gossip or slander. And so this energy here, where I'm saying, like, be careful who you collaborate with. These people don't have I don't feel they have they're not cheering you on. They're not hoping that you have the love that you want. This is they're cheering about something else. So they're happy because they feel like this, like this energy that it's going in their favor. But the King of Swords here, remember what I said. This King of Swords is very much aware how words can be used as weapon. And this is gossip and, like malicious gossip, trying to ruin someone's reputation kind of energy. And I don't know, like it's all the way back to when you were a child kind of energy. So I don't know if maybe the energy here is representing ancestors that had something disappointing and you're their child. Something like that. So just take it however, I'm just trying to figure it out here, what's going on here. So we have, okay, then it's a whole new world. This energy is talking about now we're in a whole new world. So after you face your fears, it's kind of, and that, like when this King of Wands decides, okay, I am going to offer this after hearing about what really happened. Okay, what really happened. And the World card is number 21 in the Major Arcana. And so it's talking about an end of a cycle also, and that this, whatever happened up to this point now, and we have like the tools you need, then we have the obstacles, and now we have the courage, and that represents this courage to move forward. And that might mean to move forward with love, like, and to give love another chance. And that maybe the gossip about your relationship was actually inaccurate, you know, that kind of energy. Wow, like that's kind of like what's coming up. So let's see what happens. Like from this point on now, we're still having the courage to face what's happened here. And the ultimate goal is to have this happiness. Or it could be representing that the King of Wands was really happy until this happened, right? That kind of energy. And now this is representing, like this card, that it's the end of a cycle. And we're moving into a new world. This is the very last card that the Fool encounters when he goes on his journey. And then we have the Six of Pentacles here. So this is talking, okay, so we have the Six of Cups and we have the Six of Pentacles. And, you know, notice how the colors, again, they're very similar of the clothing in that. It's just kind of like, oh, get my eyes drawn to these two together. This energy is talking about planting seeds and having them grow and having the harvest come in. And then when the harvest comes in, you have enough to give to other people for charity or whatever, and enough for yourself. This is talking about the energy from the past and reconciling, and they're both sixes. So this is usually generally pretty good energy. Like it's like talking about you've planted seeds and now you actually have enough that you can let some of it go and you know, give to charity and invest in others and have a little extra money to spend. The scale here is the scale and the balance between give and take. And you'll notice this person is receiving coin, but this one isn't. But this one has something in their pocket here, and they actually don't need the money. They could go and they have enough on their own, but they're pretending like they need it. And so this energy is talking about having the ability to plant the seeds, bring in the harvest, and then to understand the give and take in life. So understanding when to give and when to take, that kind of energy. So maybe something happened back here. This could be in your family or in where you were raised, what happened where you were raised, where this energy, there was something that happened and there wasn't a clean give and take energy here. And so this, sometimes like the Knight of Cups, when that comes in, it can be an apology and it's sitting right on there. Interesting. And then it's reconfirming again. God is saying again, I said, this is a divine partner coming in. Okay. So this cup that God is offering to make this disappointment go away, like, or not go away, but, you know, like to make up for it. Let's put it to you that way. God is sending you the perfect cup of love. And that's like being said, like, okay, here, it's been said here, and it's being said here again. If you're questioning it, don't question my authority. Authority. And yeah, then we can see, then you're going on a new journey. So this is, I'm kind of laughing because I'm getting this feeling like God's saying, like, are you thick? This is a 0 point here. So we're at the 0 point, starting a new cycle after accepting this cup of love. Even though we maybe don't have faith that it's going to happen. Okay, I get it. I'm laughing because it's the universe has a good sense of humor. So yeah, this slander, all of this business here, that was causing this disappointment and ruining the ultimate fulfillment, that is done here. Like, it's going to be a new world now. Whatever these people are doing, they're going to have to deal with it through the law. And you're going to go on. You've learned the lesson of give and take. And you're going to take that cup now because God's suggesting you do so like 3 times here. And then you're going to be on a new journey. And look how sunny it is again. I love this. This is so funny to me. If you're losing faith, what this is saying, if you're losing faith, if you don't believe in yourself, you can have faith in God's path for you. That's sitting right above this right here. And you may have gone through something really, really challenging because of this energy and, with law and order and all of that. It could be really something that is really challenging to deal with. But this is saying, okay, you've crossed kind of through the portal of that energy. And like, it's kind of saying that, okay, this now we're moving forward in a different way. We're taking our passion and we're ready to go in a different direction and leave what's not working for us behind. So again, if you're feeling really emotional, just recognize a lot of people are right now, because we're moving into that 3rd of January full moon energy at full force then, but we're feeling it now. And the energy, I actually have just 3 more readings to do today that I'm posting tomorrow. Then I'll have all the full moon readings up for all the signs. So if you're interested, take a look at that, because every single reading, and what's really interesting is love is on top of the mind going into 2025. Almost every reading has had some sort of energy about love in it, which is cool. It might mean that the world wants more love, in this next 10-year cycle. That would be awesome. So this is talking about the hangman is like in a position where he doesn't quite know what to do, okay? So, but now, like, you're already on your journey. So this is starting off, but this is talking about having, hanging from the tree of life and gaining knowledge. So this is about once you have the knowledge, then you take the first steps. So this is talking about you're on your journey, you've crossed through the portal, and now you're trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do next to have this ultimate fulfillment? This is a very logical mind. You have to have passion. This is 100% Sagittarius energy. So this is talking about having passion. This is a rebel with a cause. This is someone that loves the mysteries of life. They don't get worried about this kind of energy so much. They'll move forward. And this represents the King of Wands energy now. So this is another message coming in. This is communication. And this is the energy of the King of Wands for sure. So the King of Wands is like saying, I'm ready to move forward. After this, and they have asked, it looks like they're going after this cup of love. And this rebel with the cause energy, you can see the red plume there. This knight, though, has learned to rein in their emotions. That's the energy of the horse. And they're still passionate, but they've learned not to force things, to make a move, like the King of Wands, make a move when the time is good. So making sure that the timing is good. The pyramids in the background represent the mysteries of life. So this is Sagittarius energy is just knowledge for the sake of it. They love it. They'll travel far and wide to gain knowledge about shift that doesn't really interest other people, but it really interests them. And so it's kind of talking about not just a passion for a romantic love, but we don't have the lovers out here yet. But this is talking about a divine partner. And but it's also about loving life again, really getting out of this energy and not carrying, putting down burdens that no longer belong to you. This is also reconfirming this energy here. It's sitting right on this energy and having the courage and this ending. So this is talking about, this is the 10 again. So this is representing in 2026. I feel like you'll be able to put down a lot of those burdens that you've been carrying that don't belong to you. And also talking about whatever work you've put into anything, that you're going to be able to bring that home. These wands could be heavy from all the fruit of your labor from what you planted. But I'm getting like if you planted 6 seeds here, 6 pentacles, and you've got 10 wands, maybe you need to put 4 of them down, because that's they're burdens that it's talking about this reconciliation energy. This is about putting down burdens that don't belong to you and returning them back to the people that they do belong to. And this is now like again saying this is the big fish in a small pond energy. So this person has the world in their hands. They're standing at the top of their turret, of their castle, and they're surveying their land, and they feel like, oh, like I've accomplished everything I can here. But as soon as they go out into the next town, it's like twice the size, and there's someone that has an even bigger house, and that kind of energy, So it's like talking about, quite often this can represent, and this wanting to be an entrepreneur, franchising, really, if you have something that you really love, being able to take it out to the world in a bigger scale, and also feeling like whatever you've learned from this experience, that you're ready to take that and move forward with it. Really good energy. And then the Ace of Swords, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God, which is what we say when we go to court, right? And we swear on a Bible. That's the energy here. There's something that was not correct here. Like, is it this energy from your past when you were young? There's an energy here of law and order coming in. And like, as I said, this is a mental prison, but it also represents actual prison. And we still have this authority figure wielding the sword now, is what I'm getting, to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And when this card comes up, it's a reward from the universe. The truth is coming in, and it's going to bring this happiness in for you. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. So this could be something that has happened for generations. Like, it could be something that happened decades ago, at least 10 years ago. So think back, what were you doing in 2015 and 16? Who were the people you were hanging around with? Did you travel anywhere with them? What was going on? Like, were you like, are you still with the part? Because this King of Swords quite often can represent someone that's separated or divorced. Like, are you still with the partner you were with 10 years ago? Did they tell the truth, the whole truth? Or did they disappoint you in some way? That's the energy that I'm picking up. And then we have the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about performance. So the Emperor is all 4 kings rolled into one. So this Emperor can represent, this king, and this king could also be this Emperor, because as we go through life and we go through hard lessons, that raises our vibration so that we can become the Emperor. And that's like all 4 kings rolled into one, like very wise, able to use your words, very passionate about what you're doing. Look at, he has his armor on underneath his robe. This is someone that's an authority figure. This is someone that has, has sway. And like, he gets, like, the Emperor is all about performance. So he's the alpha male energy, and he gets shift done. This can be a woman also in that masculine energy. And the wounded warrior here. See, that's the energy of this being resolved. Like, these burdens having to be put down. Like, this is the 10, and this is 2025. This is 2026. This is 2025. I feel like this energy here is now like saying that that what happened in 2025 is going to be resolved by 2026, like at some point in 2026. And because the Emperor can represent like the Supreme Court kind of level of justice. So this could be something that's happening in a global or it could be in a global way, and it could be something that's happening in your life, or it could be both, because quite often what's happening, as above, so below, what's happening in the world, what we're seeing on the news right now, which is pretty wild, what we're seeing on the news right now, of truths coming out, it's like, whoa. And that energy goes all the way down to everybody, like from top to bottom and from bottom to top. And then this is the energy, okay. So this is 9 of Pentacles is like there's only 10. And so this energy is talking about here when you're planting seeds. This is about, okay, now there's the 6 and you've got your hand on them, and there's 3 now that you have to play with. So this is talking about being in the energy of being able to invest in others, being able to improve other people's lives, and and this is about investing in yourself. So this is saying that you have learned the art of give and take. And so you understand how much to give and how much to take. And that energy is like also talking about, if you've heard of Nikola Tesla, the 369, he says if you knew the beauty of the 369, you would have the key to the universe. And that's about this ratio. I feel like this is saying you've mastered this. And so you won't give away too much of your energy or your time. You won't pay people too much for work they don't do, that kind of energy. So that's really cool. That's like saying, and this is very much like the Empress energy. She's dressed almost like the Empress. So it's it can be saying that these kings have become an emperor after going through all this. They have way more knowledge now. It also can mean that the emperor is coming in and resolving this for the King of Swords, and these could be 2 different people again. There could be a lot of people involved here, I'm getting, because I feel like there's 4 burdens that needed to be put down. But the fact that you have been able to learn this skill of give and take is huge for you. It'll make a big change in your life. So going from the bottom to the top and back down the pyramid, we have the past. In the past, you were very disappointed in some situation in love. God steps in. There was a lot of gossip. You were carrying a lot of burdens, but you were also carrying a harvest. It just wasn't exactly what you wanted. That's what's here. And you feel like a big fish in a little pond now, and a bit like a wounded warrior. Like you had to fight so hard to bring this home. Like you brought it, like this is saying you did bring it home. Like here you are. But man, it was a battle. You really had to work it. And the reason was, I feel it was someone that you, in your community, that betrayed you, or there was some sort of, I don't know, something going on here. And it could have been like someone that was very close to you was having an affair, or that kind of energy. And then we have the Emperor stepping in to bring, it's all about performance. So it's about, okay, now we're going to be in this energy. We're going to get justice. The wheel is turning. It's time to move forward on a new journey. Death to the old energy, and ultimate fulfillment comes through, whatever that ultimate fulfillment is for you. All right. I hope you're enjoying this. It's been kind of like an interesting, I feel like my first instincts regarding that it is about love, but there is more to it than that, way more to it than that. So that, that energy is, like I said, you can really look on the news and you'll be like, oh, yep, this is happening up top, so it's happening down below. That's like underneath the energy at the top. There's always like this energy also underneath it. So I'm going to clarify this. If you're enjoying this, please do give it a like and a comment. It really helps me build my channel. I'm using my Oracle deck, Tales from the Vector, to clarify this. I'm just tuning into this energy and shuffling while I'm letting you know about my Oracle. And my oracle is, I started in 2007 and I completed the last painting in 2020. Okay, this is the one that wants to come out. So this energy, the Tales from the Vector is courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com, TAILS from thevector.com. And you can go there to the gallery. I'll have, if you want to, see the paintings after this reading or at some point. And there's some more information there. Plus, so in the description box below, I will have the numbers of the cards as they appear in this reading listed in the description box. So you can look up the paintings that you want if you want a little more clarity here. The card that wants to clarify this energy is the Tower. So, and again, this is talking about divorce. So whatever happened, I feel the worst divorce is from source. But there could have been a divorce because of an affair or something. But underneath that affair, there was some sort of money missing, some sort of energy other than just love, because the Pentacles is coming up. So this could have been happened to you, or it could have happened to your parents, grandparents, something like that. It's something that's needing to be resolved for a while now, because it's going back to when you were like growing up kind of energy. And then we have the High Priestess coming in. So this is all about joy. The High Priestess she sits right next to the throne, next to God, and she uses her intuition and also the cycles of the moon, knowing that, on the full moon, we release what no longer belongs to us. And on the new moon, we step into the new. The new moon in January is on, I think, the 18th of January. We have the ego coming in. So this is like talking about you have to keep your ego in check. So something around that. Yeah, like it just feels like this wish, like that, this energy, there's just a lot of like just something happened. And the Tower is quite often like something that comes out of the blue and it's a big shock to everybody. So something shocking happened. Maybe it was, it happened way back when, but the news of what happened is coming out now. Or the truth of what really happened, I feel like, is what's coming out. And there was a blind spot. That's the energy. So this is talking about not being able to see something clearly. And it could be something that everybody could see, but you couldn't because they didn't tell you, when you're a kid. And or it could be something but the rest of them couldn't see. It could be something that everybody thought they could see, but it wasn't what they thought it was. And it also could be about something nobody can see, and it was a total surprise. But I'm getting that the Tower wasn't just regarding this love relationship. It was like a tower for a lot of people in your community when you were young, kind of energy. And we have Aquarius coming in. So this Aquarius energy is talking about experimentation. It's talking about not doing things like the old way. And this card's coming up a lot because Aquarius energy is about experimenting, observing the results, and then moving forward, either doubling down on what works or letting go of what doesn't, which is basically what this entire reading is about. When I have cards coming up representing the horoscope, I don't consider that to be an actual person. This is more about the energy of that sign and the stage of life that it represents. Having said that, for you personally, it may be someone that that it reminds you of or whatever. We have the Leo energy, which is about the sun. Leo is ruled by the sun. And this is about leading and having the confidence to do so. It can also represent arrogance. So, you think about the stage of life is teenage boys. So it's not necessarily that it was at that age or it involves someone of that age now, but of that stage of life. Like think about how spontaneous and impulsive teenage boys can be. And also like having that, enthusiasm, right, to move forward. And sometimes you'll really see that if they don't really have the confidence to move forward. They'll fake it till they make it kind of energy, and that's when they'll come off as being kind of, like arrogant. And this is the energy of attachment. So attachment is a karmic space that we can all fall into. It's when we become so attached to an idea of how things should have been, or how, of what happened. Like, we can't let go of it. That this energy can cause you to cause other karmic spaces, like abuse of power, and that kind of energy is coming up because you want it. And you want it now kind of energy. What's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine kind of energy. And it's kind of talking also, if you think about spiders, when they spin a web and you sweep that web away, they just spin an even better one, because every time they spin a web, it becomes a little bit, they have a little bit more experience, right? But that web catches flies, and I feel like someone was spinning a web on this energy here. That's what's coming up. And what's yours is mine, and what's mine is mine. Someone, I feel, dipped their mitt into some coin that wasn't theirs. I don't know where that, I've never heard that saying, dip their mitt. So indifference is when you become indifferent to other people's suffering. That's a karmic space. We're all in it together, but look at the different levels. Like, some people have more to give, and some people have, less to give. And some people will take what's not theirs. That's the energy that's coming up. But the scales of justice always balance it out in the universe. And it might take a while, because sometimes things are going along and people think, oh, we got away with it, so they keep going, and that's when they get caught. And it can be generational. And when they get caught, then it's like they really get caught. Like, because now the web they spun is like very intricate. And that energy is coming in here with this reading. So what I don't know won't hurt me. There's a good chance that it will. And that's if this king was hearing gossip about someone that he loved, and then it caused all these problems, and they got divorced, and then they find out after that what they were told wasn't true, that could be a problem. Especially if it's friends and family. And then we have the trauma queen. So this is the energy. Some people, and I really feel this is coming up in a lot of the readings also, and it's sitting like on this energy. It's about this energy again. When you're raised in a family where there's a lot of drama and trauma, and things are always like happening like that are like out of dysfunctional, then when you get in a relationship with someone that isn't dysfunctional, it feels like, oh, it's boring or whatever, because there's no trauma. And that's what it sounds funny, but it's something that happens with people. If you're raised with trauma, enough trauma, when things aren't traumatic, it feels uncomfortable, because that's not what you're used to from when, and that subconscious mind is so strong. So that's when people either get into a fight, or they run away, or they just freeze and they don't do anything, and time passes by, right? And you miss out on a lot of opportunities that way. We have the Scorpio energy coming in. So this is this energy. Where was that? With the Three of Pentacles. Oh, right here, where they're elevated. So if the right people that are in alignment with what you want to do, and what you want to be and what you love, they'll elevate you. And that's the Scorpio energy at its finest. It's about uniting people to elevate, but sometimes this energy can be used to conquer. And so that's kind of the what's talking about. And death is redefining, yes, this is over. The new journey is beginning here. And this is the transition from, I feel, 2025 to 2026 energy. It comes up in every reading right now, and I feel like it's well warranted. We have disruption. So what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. Yeah, if you're in a threesome but you don't know it, that's usually not that fun. And we have two on here, right? So if it's one thing if you're in agreement with it, I guess, but like if you're not in agreement with it and you don't even know about it, then it could be like unjoyful. What wouldn't be fun for you, but it would be fun for the other people participating in it. And then we have anger. Yeah, and anger, like this is again talking about being raised in a family where maybe there was a lot of yelling or whatever, and temper tantrums kind of energy. And that gift, the reason why anger keeps on giving is if you're raised with anger, you're most likely to raise your children with anger. And it just passes down from one generation to another. So it's the gift that keeps on coming. So if you are, like if you are in a situation like that, it requires a lot of courage to go inward, to this lion and face that and recognize that it's not something you just do overnight. It's something that you have to really work on with yourself. And then we have being on a foolhardy journey now. So that's pretty awesome. Like the fool is now starting out and it's a foolhardy journey, not a foolish journey because you're on your correct path. That's awesome. So you can anticipate rather than have expectations of how things are supposed to happen. And then on this, I just am getting this energy. Yeah, this is what I was picking up. Father figures. So a lot of young women, if they are either daddy's girls or they didn't have that, and then they look for father figures. And a lot of young boys, if they don't have a father figure, they will not really learn how to be a father figure, and then that's passed down generation from generation. And it's kind of coming down like this. So I feel like that's kind of the energy that we all need to remember and work with, is because the same-sex parent is going to have the most influence on how you run your love life and, your business and all of that energy. So yeah, I feel like this is like really good advice before moving into the new year. Like just getting I just did a reading yesterday and it was get your ducks in order. Because if you start off the new year on it with a new fresh plate, it's so much easier. Like if you're at a buffet and there's all this beautiful food, but you're standing there and your plate has the leftovers on it, it's not going to taste as good as if you put the plate down and you get a new plate, right? That's the energy that we're in. So I do hope you've enjoyed this reading, and please do give it a like and comment if you did. And also, if you are resonating with the energy of the channel, consider subscribing. It would be my honor if you did so. I will be back with another daily timely reading tomorrow. Bye for now. Okay, Stella, I'll give you some attention now.